Thank you very much for the very complimentary introductions. Good evening. First, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Gary Huang, the Rotary International President, and his lovely wife, Corina, Reed Gila Tumangan, and the Rotary International Director, and his lovely wife, Leticia, Letty, yeah. His Excellency, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, Pribdichai Ratakul, who happened to be the past Rotary International President. Your Excellency, welcome to Kota Kinabalu. All Rotary dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you in Kota Kinabalu. We are honored that the Rotary International had chosen our city to be the locations of your conference. Looking at the people around here, coming from 15 countries, Sabah is honored to have so many friends and so many dignitaries. Sabah is a small state in Malaysia, but we have a big heart. And I want to tell you, we are very proud to be your host and for you to choose Kota Kinabalu. Perhaps, if there is anything that makes Kota Kinabalu in Sabah for that meter difference, I think it's about the people. There are 35. First, the population is about 3.2 million, made up of 35 ethnic races, speaking 50 languages. That is Sabah. But the interesting part is that, and perhaps other Malaysians in this hall will agree with me, that the best Malaysians live in Sabah, and we are very, very proud of it. When all over the world you hear conflicts, racial wars, religious conflicts, but I'm proud and humble to tell you that in Sabah, race and religion is never an issue. In Sabah, we have decided, let God does his job. Humans should not interfere with his job. One of our biggest source of problems, ladies and gentlemen, when man attempts to interpret God's law to suit his agenda. In Sabah, we decided, whether we are Christians or Muslims, that we believe God is great enough not to need an assistant from a normal human being to interpret the law on his behalf. And that's the reason in Sabah, there could be Muslims and Christians living in the same house. There could be brothers. There could be sisters. Because for us in Sabah, religion is not an issue. I myself is a Muslim, but half of my relatives are Christians. And we don't see it as a problem. In fact, the cousin of my mother is a priest, and we don't see it as a problem. I believe the fundamental issue to be a good person is, whichever religion that you choose, be a good Muslim, be a good Christian, be a good Buddhist, so that we become a better person. All religion, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, are good. They teach human beings to be good people. But unfortunately, religion and the follower are not synonymous. A Muslim or Islam, for instance, is not synonymous of being a Muslim. A Christianity is not synonymous with being a Christian. And there lies, ladies and gentlemen, the fundamental issue that separates a person as a human being and the religion per se. I believe, looking at all of you, professing different religion, coming over to Kota Kinabalu, yet destined to be the same, destined to be equal because you are Rotarian. I believe you have enhanced and add value to Kota Kinabalu in Sabah because we hold the same philosophy. You may be a Pakistani, an Indian, an Australian, an American. You may be a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, or no religion at all. But we are tied in the same human destiny. And the human destiny is that we are one and the same people in this world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud of the Rotarians. Rotarians have done so much for Sabah. In my own little district, Rotarians have done tremendous amount of assistance. And the reason is simple. Again, you are tied by the same principle of service, service to humanity. And this is what we should do always. I'm not going to talk for too long. This is not a political forum, by the way. But sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, looking at all of you, it reminds me that perhaps the gathering tonight is a reminder to all of us that the purpose of life, including the Rotarians, is perhaps to leave a good legacy to the future generations. In the future, the legacy that I can think of is legacy of good work. You can make millions of dollars. You can become the richest and the most successful. But at the end of the day, we all go back to where we come from. Perhaps the best legacy that the Rotarians have given and will continue to leave to the world is a legacy of good work. And I urge you to continue with your good work as Rotarians. In conclusion, please take some time to enjoy Kota Kinabalu. Kota Kinabalu is noted for very, very delicious seafood. And of course, most important of all, Kota Kinabalu in Sabah, for that matter, is noted for being friendly. And for that reason, don't hesitate to ask your host in Kota Kinabalu if there is anything that we can make to make your stay in Kota Kinabalu even more fun and happier. I'm sure there are many Rotarians in Kota Kinabalu who will be more than happy to assist you. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself. Feel free to mix with your friends. And I think, I urge the Rotarians, if all the Rotarians all over the world have one aim, one destiny, that is to unite the whole world in the service of human beings, I believe the world is much better when there are more Rotarians in this world. Thank you very much and good evening.